here is really, really interesting. It speaks about the future of tourism, and for us to see it from the perspective of the next generation. And truth is that the tourism industry continues to evolve, and sometimes at a faster pace than even the policy makers can cope with. And certainly in the case of the present, COVID established a whole reset for everyone. It was a cataclysmic event, and thereafter so much has changed in the tourism industry. And therefore we now start thinking of when we establish experiences or attractions, we need to take that into account. It's one of the reasons why if you go to the new Montlébé that we open, you will notice our attempt to make it that much more attractive, because we recognize that the next generation that will be coming to the Montlébé want more settings that they can post and boast of the experiences. The issue of the environment and making the tourism industry sustainable, the next generation is a lot more discriminating of destinations and how they relate to the issue of climate change. And some visitors are now, before they choose where destinations and hotels, want to actually do research on their sustainable environmental practices before they choose the hotel that they go to. Forcing hotels now to have their own sustainable practices programs in place, because they know potential visitors are researching what they are doing. And hotels now have to step up and make sure they can say to a potential visitor that my hotel is practicing environmental practices to safeguard the environment. So let's enjoy today, and best of luck. And remember, all of you, once you've reached here, you are a winner, but only one can be chosen. So if you're not chosen, doesn't mean you've lost. You're just not chosen. Yeah, so good luck. Thank you very much.
Now, with the stage set and our anticipation high, we begin round one, the prepared speech segment. Students are to present thoughts and ideas on one of the 4 topics which were already circulated beforehand. Each student will be given 3 minutes to express his or her ideas on the chosen topic. Judges will be given 1 minute after each question to score participants. For the prepared topic, the respective timing mechanism is used at the end of 2 minutes, indicating that the first is left for the student to finish his or her points, and the bell will ring to indicate that the time is up. Can we hear the bell sounding? All right, so without further ado, let's welcome our first speaker this morning, coming from the Vieux-Fort Comprehensive Secondary School, Mr. Deontay Nicholas. Let's welcome him to the podium.
As you know, our government prides itself on putting people first. And it is in this spirit of inclusion that my priority as Junior Minister of Tourism is to develop an inclusive and sustainable tourism sector. The ultimate goal is to stimulate increased revenue whilst ensuring that the tourist dollar has a multiplier effect with a sustainable impact. The World Travel and Tourism Council rates indigenous tourism as a rapidly emerging economic driver. The direct global value of cultural and heritage tourism is estimated to be well over $1 billion and is projected to contribute $67 billion to the global economy by 2034. Highlighting the top travel trends for 2025, TripAdvisor notes, and I quote, "As people look for new ways to escape, we're turning to fully immersive experiences that surprise the 5 senses." End of quote. Just imagine a visitor indulging in all 5 senses in a single experience. Tasting and smelling our figure glamoui, listening to folk stories in old sugar mills, itty quick, and gyrating to the pulsating rhythms of our local music, kutumba, la rose, bele, Ladies and gentlemen, that is what we call a win-win experience. The visitor benefits from a memorable, authentic, enriching St. Lucian experience, whilst locals gain from increased revenue to enhance their living standards. The island's tourism offerings will also be diversified beyond the traditional 3 S's, sand, sea, and sun, to give them the real S, the St. Lucian experience. As Junior Minister of Tourism, I don't just talk the talk. My ministry will partner with the Folk Research Center, the Cultural Development Foundation, the Archaeological and Historical Society, and local communities to conduct an inventory and mapping of our historical and cultural products. We will also engage development partners like UNESCO and, of course, leverage the use of digital technology like AI to develop, package, and test themed historical and cultural experiences. An innovative marketing campaign promoting St. Lucia as a heritage tourism destination will also be launched. Anu duva asam, leveraging our heritage to shape our development. I thank you.
Representing the Coram Secondary School, let's welcome to the podium Ms. Kaylee Simmons. And she will be tackling topic 4, digital transformation in tourism.
Can you imagine being greeted and given St. Lucian information by an AI chatbot? Well, guess what? St. Lucia's already doing that. Technological advancements we've harnessed to enhance travel experiences include 1, virtual reality, 2, internet, and 3, smart tourism. First, virtual reality technology was used by SLTA to host an Instagram competition introducing 5 custom augmented reality filters. The winner won a 5-night stay at Bay Gardens Resorts, and reports say she explored Rodney Bay by purchasing restaurant food, trinkets, and water from street vendors who gained the tourist dollar. VR tours like St. Lucia 360 let users explore real places like Torai Falls without being there. Using mobile devices or VR headsets, trust me, you're home, but you're there. In 2024, Statista marked a 14% increase in stay-over arrivals, suggesting more tourists use VR tools to plan trips. More tourists means more spending on taxis, tours, and ziplining adventures, proving VR benefits locals who provide services. Let's examine internet. Are you aware? St. Lucia was the 2nd most Googled country when Juju won Olympic gold. The SLTA's tourism levy pays for editorial exposure using digital advertising on websites. Over 6.5 billion people use Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So when social media influencers like Cora OBD and Chloe Bailey posted their 2024 Carnival Fund on their statuses, our minister, Dr. Hilaire, stated, quote, "Our numbers are phenomenal because of the use of influencers and people following their post," end quote. Free digital marketing has already slashed costs on brochure production, causing environmental consciousness and sustainability. Comments posted by online followers stated they're fun, and so far, flights and hotel bookings already set 2025 to be a bumper year, boosting revenue. In May 2024, tourism stakeholders like National Trust partnered with the Taiwanese for smart tourism and story map development. QR codes were placed at key locations, highlighting landmarks and improving visitor experience. Tourists use their devices to navigate the city to gain knowledge of our history and culture. This has caused precise digital documenting for future generations. To conclude, expanding virtual reality initiatives, increasing internet presence, and bolstering smart tourism's offerings as smart destination apps will surely benefit from tourism, businesses, local communities, and visitors. I thank you.
And that was Ms. Kaylee Simmons representing the Coram Secondary School. Coming from the Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School, let's welcome Jediah Hippolyte, Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School, and he will be doing question 3 on the topic Connecting the Caribbean with Sustainable Transport.
Good day, everyone. I would like to adopt the protocol that has already been established. Tourism is a cornerstone of our Caribbean economies. As Junior Minister of Tourism, I propose ideas that can blend sustainability, culture, and technology into one powerful solution, connecting the Caribbean with sustainable transport. Today, I present a concept built on 3 pillars. Firstly, a green inter-island ferry network. The Caribbean is an archipelago of islands surrounded by sea. Therefore, sea travel will just be logical. A regional ferry system powered by solar or hybrid energy could link islands based on real travel needs and affordability and availability. For example, when you are flying from St. Lucia to Anguilla, it typically costs around $1,400 US. Wow. This is according to bookings.com. And it typically requires connecting flights. It will be more affordable and environmentally friendly to implement a ferry going to Caribbean islands where, a direct ferry route targeting islands where flights are expensive or limited would be more affordable and environmentally friendly. A regional policy would ensure fair pricing, reliable service, and environmental standards, with support from both governments and private investors. Secondly, ecotourism transport zones. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine cultural heritage sites across the Caribbean where only electric shuttles, bikes, or simply just walking around is allowed. Now, these zones would protect fragile environments like coral reefs, rainforests, while supporting small businesses through eco-friendly tours and rentals. This approach reduces traffic and pollution while promoting long-term community-based tourism. This is also in keeping with my government's recent decision to extend the concessions on hybrid and electric vehicles as per Cabinet Conclusion 1072 of 2024. Thirdly, a smart travel app built by us. That's kind of my favorite part, but shh. Now, tourists often struggle to find, up-to-date, centralized information about where exactly they are traveling to. Imagine a transport tool which provides real-time updates on ferries, airplanes. It will be designed by Caribbean people for Caribbean travel and will offer GPS routes, certified Airbnbs, hotels, and island-specific tips. Together, these ideas can sustainably connect our Caribbean, uplift communities, and show the world the best of the Caribbean. By land, by sea, and by innovation, let us build the future for tourism that we want. One ferry, one zone, and one app at a time. I thank you.
And that was Jediah Hippolyte from the Leon Hess Comprehensive School, tackling question 3 on the topic, Connecting the Caribbean with Sustainable Transport. Moving right along and representing the St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School, let's welcome Ms. Jada Felicien to the podium.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, fellow students, and esteemed judges. St. Lucia was named Best Caribbean Island in the 2023 Reader's Choice Awards. Minister of Tourism, Honorable Dr. Ernest Healy, welcomed the recognition and said, "There are so many noticeable and historical facts about St. Lucia that lend itself to the nation having received such accolades." he highlighted the famous 14 wars for St. Lucia. We can use this and other cultural and historical treasures to develop a distinctive tourism product. As Junior Minister of Tourism, I propose the following 3 strategies to leverage heritage tourism through living history experiences. Firstly, the restoration of the sugar mill ruins at Lassikwi and Saray offers an enriching journey into the plantation slave economy. Tourists can witness reenactments of sugar making and take part in the process, grinding cane, boiling syrup, and tasting molasses. This process is environmentally friendly and sustainable. Moreover, it blends history, culture, and ecotourism into one unique St. Lucian experience. My second proposal highlights the recently refurbished Choiseul Arts and Crafts Center, the perfect place to showcase St. Lucia's art of weaving. The Caribs skillfully use local materials to craft functional items, a heritage now preserved in La Pointe Choiseul. Tourists can observe demonstrations and create their own baskets, hats, and bags. These workshops create memorable living history experiences, which support community-based tourism and keep revenue within the local economy. Lastly, as Junior Minister of Tourism, I will incentivize businesses that provide authentic living history experience. Imagine Pigeon Island, a staged 3D reenactment of the battle between the French and the British, complemented by La Rose and La Marguerite presentations. Aspiring entrepreneurs can submit a business plan to my ministry to receive a 10,000 startup grant and own a share of the tourism industry. To conclude, according to a 2001 case study by Yves Renard, the Heritage Tourism Programs aims to develop the island's tourism products, thus enriching the visitors' experiences. Through the provision of unique, authentic, and natural cultural visitor activities. Leveraging living history experiences will also filter the tourist dollar throughout our communities and preserve our cultural and historical heritage. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Felicia, representing the St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School. From the St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School, let's welcome to the podium Ms. Vashan Emmanuel. And Vashan will be tackling topic 4.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. St. Lucia is a paradise, a land of rich culture, breathtaking landscapes, and unforgettable experiences. But in this fast-evolving world, staying competitive means embracing innovation. As Junior Minister of Tourism, I am proud to share the technological advancements shaping our tourism sector and enhancing St. Lucia's appeal on the global stage. Firstly, extended reality, XR, and artificial intelligence, AI, are redefining visitor engagement. Through a groundbreaking initiative by Eon Reality, St. Lucia has introduced virtual reality and augmented reality experiences to revolutionize tourism. Visitors can now take immersive virtual tours of iconic sites like the Pitons and Pigeon Island before arriving, enhancing trip planning. Additionally, AI-driven training modules for hospitality workers ensure world-class service that exceeds expectations. Secondly, our digital strategy is driving inclusivity and economic opportunity. The government has prioritized community-based tourism, ensuring that local businesses and artisans benefit directly from visitor spending. Events like the Kabaway Crawl and the Rodney Bay City Center project are designed to connect tourists with authentic St. Lucian experiences, fostering deeper cultural exchanges and boosting local economies. Finally, Smart tourism infrastructure is setting a new standard. The Isla Resort Hotel project at Mount Pima is a prime example of how St. Lucia is modernizing its tourism offerings. This eco-conscious development includes wellness centers, retail spaces for local entrepreneurs, and accessible recreational facilities, ensuring that tourism growth benefits both visitors and residents alike. These advancements don't just benefit our visitors, they shape the future of our people, our businesses, and our communities. They position St. Lucia as a leader in sustainable, innovative tourism. This is our moment to embrace change, to foster growth, and to redefine what it means to experience the magic of our island. Let us move forward together, forging a future where technology and tradition unite, ensuring St. Lucia remains a destination unlike any other. I thank you.
Students with the top 10 ranked videos are here today to share their views on one of 4 prepared topics, followed by a mystery round question. Okay, so right now we were in the first round where everybody had to prepare a speech, right? As we go through and as the judges go on, students will be judged on their knowledge of the subject area, level of preparedness, presentation skills, and for the mystery topic, they will be judged on relevant content, clear and persuasive response, expression, and delivery. And of course, we know the winner of the 2025 National Public Speaking Competition will be awarded the title of Junior Minister for Tourism 2025 and will go on to represent St. Lucia at the Regional Tourism Youth Congress. Additionally, they will participate in various tourism education initiatives and make official public appearances throughout their tenure. Representing the Leon Hess Comprehensive School, Mr. Naraj Philip. Let's welcome him to the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me shine a spotlight on a game changer in St. Lucia's tourism scene. A brilliant partnership between our Ministry of Tourism and our long-trusted friend, Taiwan. Together, they have launched what can only be described as a revolutionary initiative, the Smart Tourism and Story Map project. Envision this: simple QR codes at landmarks around Castries, unlocking videos, stories, and history right at our fingertips. Constitution Park, for instance. A single scan can bring to life the legacy of Sir John Compton, his fight for independence, his leadership, and his lasting contribution to this nation. As this digital experience grows to places like Soufrière and Grizzly, I am proud to see our island leading the region in redefining what tourism can and should look like. In February 2025, St. Lucia took a decisive leap forward with the launch of its Broadband Policy and Strategy project. Implemented under the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project, this strategy is a framework designed to promote equitable access, strengthen our digital infrastructure, and drive sustainable economic growth. At its foundation, this initiative is about connectivity, not just of devices, but of people, industries, and ideas. It has far-reaching implications, particularly for tourism, community empowerment, and the visitor experience. But the transformation extends far beyond hotels and airports. Like the man himself said, we aim to transition tourism from being solely resort-based into a community-centric experience. Dr. Ernest Hilaire. We are not passively adapting to the digital age. We are asserting ourselves among it. Deliberately, intelligently, and with vision. Let me ask you, when was the last time you pulled out cash to pay for something? In a world where tap, swipe, or scan completes transaction in seconds, St. Lucia has boldly stepped into the future, and nowhere is a leap more evident than our very own Vendors Arcade. By March 2025, thanks to the visionary collaboration of the NCPC, the St. Lucia Bankers Association, and the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, digital payments became the new norm among the vendors at the arcade. For our tourism businesses, the results have been remarkable. Vendors now report higher sales, faster transactions, and a smoother, more efficient way to do business. Cruise ship visitors can now shop with ease, and our vendors operate with confidence, competitiveness, matching international standards, and proving that even a local shore vendor can be a global business person. To those who believe in progress, to the dreamers, the thinkers, and the change makers, These three advancements, the Smart Tourism Project, the National Broadband Strategy, and the rise of digital payments, are not isolated milestones. They are part of a strategic evolution, a clear, bold signal that St. Lucia is modernizing and innovating. This is what happens when innovation meets culture, when tradition shakes the hands of progress, when we stop waiting for the future and start building it. Let the world know St. Lucia isn't just a paradise to visit, it's a nation ready to compete, connect, and conquer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Philip, representing Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School. Along, let's welcome to the podium, representing the St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School, Ms. Janique Polius.
Jamaica's Minister of Tourism, Honorable Edmund Bartlett, reminds us we must evolve from tourism of exploitation to tourism of elevation, where we are sustainable in action, smart in execution, and inclusive in benefits. Good afternoon, good morning, distinguished judges, colleagues, and invited guests. I stand before you today, not just as St. Lucia's representative, but as a proud advocate for a reimagined tourism industry. One that does not just showcase our beauty, but drives innovation and protects our heritage. Today's travelers seek more than just memories, they seek meaning. And so, I unveil 3 bold strategies that will position the Caribbean as a global leader under the 3 new S's of tourism: smart, sustainable, and socially inclusive. And I begin where the heart of our identity lies, in our communities. Imagine micro-tourism parks in Choiseul or St. George, Antigua, run by locals, accessible to all. Visitors taste island cuisine, learn a few words in the island's native Creole, and weave baskets along with artisans. My first initiative, Heritage Havens, transforms public infrastructures into economic hubs, inspired by the view at the Mall in St. Lucia. These parks will bring culture outside of glass museums and into real life, creating jobs as guides, vendors, and storytellers. They echo the CTO's call to localize tourism and help advance SDG 8, decent work and economic growth. But to build a future-ready Caribbean, we must unlock the creativity of our next generation. Tourism must not just serve the youth, it must be shaped by them. Modeled after the United Nations World Tourism Organization's Youth Innovation Challenge, I propose Youth Innovation Hubs, centers where young people gain 21st century skills in digital technology and sustainable tourism design. With mentorship, youth will pitch and design immersive experiences like eco-tour apps for river trails in Canaries or storytelling boat tours in Bequia. Lastly, I present Blue Discovery Network. Imagine visitors diving, not just to admire coral, but to help restore it, replanting mangroves, working with trained fishers as eco-guides, participating in citizen science. Inspired by St. Lucia's Soufrière Marine Management Area, this network promotes regenerative tourism and strengthens our blue economy in partnership with the Caribbean Biodiversity Fund. Allow me to conclude with the words of Prime Minister Mia Mottley. Let our Caribbean be known, not just for its beauty, but for its brilliance, for its vision and innovation, end quotes. Let us lead and act for our people, our planet, and the generations to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Podios, representing St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School, tackling question 1. Representing the St. Mary's College Secondary School, Aidan Barrett. Tackling topic 1.
Tourism is not just about seeing the world, it's about experiencing it. It's about forging deep connections, crossing borders, sharing cultures, and leaving behind a legacy that outlives us all. Fellow ministers, distinguished guests, passionate changemakers, today I invite you to reimagine Caribbean tourism, not as it was, but as it must be. The old model of sun, sea, and sand gave us beauty, but now we usher in a new era, one of smart technologies, sustainable practices, and social inclusion. These aren't just ideas. They're the blueprint of a Caribbean renaissance, resilient, responsible, and revolutionary. Let me tell you a story. On the warm coast of Grosile stands Mr. Leo, a humble coconut vendor. His hands tell a story of labor, his eyes of hope. For years, he served tourists who came and went, but today, he is not just serving coconuts, he's serving culture, innovation, and opportunity. Smart technologies are the digital tools that connect us, apps, online payments, and data that help make travel effortless. Mr. Leo now uses a mobile app where tourists can geotag his stand, place pre-orders, and pay digitally. What was once a quiet corner of the markets is now featured in blogs and vlogs worldwide. Sustainable practices means protecting our environment and ensuring tourism benefits people and the planet long term. Mr. Leo uses compostable cups, reuses husks as garden mulch, and sources fruits from eco-conscious farms. Across the region, communities are embracing low-impact tourism like eco-lodges, plastic-free beaches that preserve our Caribbean magic. Social inclusion ensures no one is left behind. Mr. Leo trains youth in coconut craft and storytelling. His 18-year-old niece now sells coconut pastries. Now, don't we all just love a good turnover? She employs a young man recently released from prison, giving him a second chance. This isn't just tourism, it's transformation. It's legacy, pride, and power. But no island can do this alone. Regional collaboration is key. Through shared data, training exchanges, and unified goals, we must act as one Caribbean. Imagine a regional app linking vendors like Mr. Leo across islands, a digital bridge of opportunity. Fellow ministers, this is the future. A future where tourism does not just serve, it empowers. As St. Lucia's own Derek Walcott once wrote, the sea is history. Now we must write the future, sustainable, smart, and socially inclusive. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Aidan Barrett, representing St. Mary's College Secondary School. Heading to View Fort, Beanfield, representing the Beanfield Comprehensive Secondary School, we have Ms. Lara Lee Baptiste.
Close your eyes and picture the Caribbean. Feel that warm breeze. See the turquoise waters stretching onto the horizon. Yeah, we've all seen that postcard perfect image. But here's the truth. The Caribbean is so much more than sun, sand, and sea. Currently, something powerful is happening across the island. A quiet revolution. A new generation is rising and we're flipping the script on what tourism looks like. Forget the old playbook. The future is being shaped by sustainability, smart technology, and social impact. 3 new essays taking St. Lucia's tourism into a new dimension. At the forefront is sustainability. The Caribbean is facing real challenges: climate change, environment degradation. Many hotels and tour companies are going green. The eco-certification model for hotels has set a benchmark. It has created a very competitive environment for all hotels on the market. Pricing, quality of accommodation, environmental friendliness, and waste reduction and recycling. The use of solar power for energy and reduced plastic are all ways to protect nature while still attracting visitors. This ensures the long-term survival of tourism resources and products. Secondly, social inclusion. Today, more travelers want to connect with the real culture, not just sit at a fancy resort. People want experiences that are meaningful and memorable. Hence, communities and local businesses are getting more involved in tourism. Visitors are eating at small family-run restaurants, engaging the cultural workshops, and supporting local artists. During such interactions, the entire local population benefit as the in conclusion speaks to the holistic embrace and multiplier of this effect, new mindset of tourism. And finally, smart technology. The Caribbean is going digital.
receive smart apps that help tourists explore their options of experiences responsibly, contactless check-ins, and even drones that monitor beaches. Digital ticketing and e-payments provide a new level of convenience which enhances the tourist experiences and lessens the hassle and of traditional vacation. Technology is making travel safer, easier, and more efficient, not just for tourists too, but for locals too. It's no longer about sun, sand, and sea. Smart technology, sustainability, and social inclusion are the focuses of New Age St. Lucia tourism product. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lerali. Let's welcome Caden Polio, representing the Bocage Secondary School. Tackling question 2, topic 2, leveraging heritage tourism for development.
Please permit me to adopt the protocol that has already been established. Imagine stepping off a cruise ship into the heart of St. Lucia's culture just a stone's throw away. As Junior Minister of Tourism, I propose 1, transforming the Castries craft market into an immersive experience for both visitors and locals alike. Step foot into a cultural realm whereby the visitor is immersed in making cassava, basket weaving, stirring fresh tropical jams, whilst learning to speak our Creole language. C'est mon nom, ça dit bonjour, bonsoir, et puis, comment on fait? How about savoring the aroma of fresh spices while sipping on tea in an environment with vibrant murals of national icons, folklore, and festivals, turning every wall into a story? The Castries market could become a model of innovation where tradition meets sustainability. Second, tantalize your taste buds with an extraordinary culinary experience. Picture creating your own local authentic cuisine. Say bekla, aqua, fig vet, epilamoui, just to name a few. The Vendors Arcade, newly dubbed, the Culinary Arcade is a place to satisfy your curiosity about local authentic cuisine. Visitors will visit different booths where they can learn to cook local, traditional dishes and enjoy sampling the creation and take the experience of this journey along with them. Finally, take a walk with me through the community of Roseau, where visitors can get in touch with nature while sampling nature's delights, such as fresh coconuts, ripe bananas picked from the tree, cocoa, and juicy sugarcane. They will continue this experience by entering a cultural village with an array of colorful bamboo huts, each telling a story about different aspects of our culture. Derek Walcott, Ramopolion, Epice, Sendescat, Antipo, Pale, Edward Bamwe, and not forgetting a hut for traditional dances. Just to name a few of many attractions, visitors will engage in a seafood experience where they can get to see the catch of the day and enjoy it with local beverages and rum. The Bamboo Restaurant, furnished solely with locally made furniture and utensils using bamboo, wicker, and calabash, will seek to enhance the ambience and experience of the visitor. Oh, yes. All of these will allow the local small business community to engage the visitor in a unique, diverse experience that can be sustained through local patronage. St. Lucia, let her not only inspire you, but take a part of her with you. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And that was Mr. Caden Polio from the Bocage Secondary School. And with that, we've come to the end of round 1. Congratulations. Let's give it up for our panelists. Well done, well done, well done. Round 2, the mystery question segment. In this segment, 2 mystery questions will be put forward on the screen. for consideration, and participants will be given 5 minutes to make notes on both questions. Okay, mystery question, so that means that's the first time they're seeing it. It's today, so can we see the questions? Question 1, mystery question 1. As the Junior Minister for Tourism, you have been asked to help design a fun event or festival that would attract teenage visitors to St. Lucia. What kind of event would you create, and how would it reflect on our island's culture and vibe? That's question 1. As the Junior Minister for Tourism, question 2, you are invited to speak at an international youth travel summit. How would you describe St. Lucia to encourage more travelers to visit, and what experiences would you highlight? That's mystery question 1 and 2, and at this point in time, we will give them their 5 minutes to prepare. Pencils down, and that is time. Pencils down. Okay, so we're ready to begin our mystery round, round 2. And again, when you're called, you will come to the podium, you will open your envelope, and you will state if you have question 1 or 2, and we have 1 minute to respond. All right. To start off round 2, let's welcome Mr. Deontay Nicholas from Viewfort Comprehensive Secondary School.
I received mystery question number 1.
Number 1.
Can you hear that? The average bored teenager stuck in the house all summer vacation. He's looking for a captivating experience that's not just boring, that ties back to our ancestry. Suddenly, he's scrolling through his phone, going through Instagram, and he sees a post, the indigenous vibe. He's captivated and his curiosity is piqued. He digs in and finds more information. Located in the cultural scenic community of Monsieur Choiseul would be an amazing and captivating experience targeted towards the youth, created by the youth. It will not just be an experience for anyone to just come. You can dress and learn our indigenous craft making, pottery. You'll learn how to weave straw baskets and learn our Creole language. That is what we need. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Deontay Nicholas. Starting off the mystery question segment. Before I call on, we have to give the judges a little time. Let's welcome to the stage Ms. Kaylee Simmons, representing the Corinth Secondary School.
I received question number 1.
Question number 1.
As Junior Minister for Tourism, I would create a big bounce pack for teenagers because it's fun. Teenagers would get to experience something that they have never done before. Returned visitor, teenagers, when they experience this, they would want to come back to St. Lucia to do it again. So pack your bags and book your next trip to St. Lucia because I live where you want to vacation.
Thank you very much, Ms. Simmons, representing the Corinth Secondary School. Moving on to our third competitor, representing the Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School, Mr. Jediah Hippolyte.
I got question 1.
Mystery question 1.
All right, so I am a teenager. Of course, I would know what teenagers want because as most teenagers, I am on social media and I really do not enjoy boring adult stuff. So what I would do is design a social media tournament in which youth could compete to see who has the best pictures and videos of heritage sites around St. Lucia and culture. So for an example of the culture, we could say when you know they are playing the folk music, the teenagers could record that. It would be posted on Instagram or any social media platform. It would encourage others they would see the video and would be like, I like this. It's kind of my vibe, I like checking it around. So they would be encouraged to visit St. Lucia because of that. And it also recognizes the warmth of St. Lucia, so tourists could see that. It's not just advertising to the teenagers. It also recognizes the warmth. So other people, it's not just for teenagers. Other people, such as adults, they see that, they're like, I want to come to St. Lucia. And yes, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jediah Hippolyte, representing the Leon Hess Comprehensive School, answering mystery question number 1. And Ms. Jada Felicien, representing St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School, at the podium. What number do you have?
Number 1.
Mystery question number 1.
I am a teenager, and what I really love is an event that would integrate adventure into tourism, because that is a new niche of tourism that often a lot of young people would be willing to lean to. So my festival would be called Splash Reservoir. If you are not aware, bamboo rafting is something that actually takes place in Roseau currently, and I believe that a festival that centers around actually bamboo rafting and like doing races through the river can actually be a very entertaining experience that allow teenagers to engage. Furthermore, through social media platforms, I actually want to design a polling system via Instagram that will allow actually the participants to know the different checkpoints, so you could actually see who's in first place, who's in second place. I think this is really innovative and a great idea and a great way to explore the niche of adventure tourism. Thank you.
And that was Ms. Jada Felicien, representing the St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School, answering mystery question number 1. From the St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School, you can go ahead. Ms. Vashan Emmanuel.
I have received mystery question 1. Socialization. Socialization is one thing that all teenagers require. They need to experience other people and other opportunities. So my event would be an event where I include socialization and our local heritage. This event would focus on the food and drinks that St. Lucia provides. By having this event, teenagers would be able to socialize with their friends while also learning more about St. Lucia's heritage. They would learn about where different foods come from and how they are prepared. They would also learn about the different fruits by using different drinks, and therefore, this event would also be promoted through different social media platforms. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Vashan Emmanuel, representing the St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School. Moving right along, let's welcome Mr. Naraj Philip, representing the Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School.
I'll be answering mystery question number 2.
All right. Mystery question 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, esteemed audience, honorable adjudicators, and my valued opponents. Today, I stand before you not just to answer a question, but to ignite a vision. We are living in a country that has been fought over 14 times, the only country in the world that has been named after a woman. We offer Grocery Friday night, where tourists can experience soca vibes, music, and our food. A trip to the Petals would be magnificent, where people can see our amazing sights. This is just a taste of what I'll see at the summit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Philip. Next, we'd like to welcome Ms. Janique Polius from the St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School.
I received mystery question number 2.
All right.
Greetings again to all. I would like to introduce the Helen of the West, St. Lucie, my island, St. Lucia. I believe that St. Lucia is the epitome of conscious travel, not just memories, meaning. Our small island has so many things to see and do, quantity and quality. Name another island where you can view the Petors, where you can take a soothing mud bath in the sulfur springs in our drive-in volcano. Where else can you see the masqueraders dance, be serenaded by our folk tunes? St. Lucia is the place to be. St. Lucia should be the one to inspire you. And I believe everybody should take a visit to St. Lucia and come back again. Thank you.
And that was Ms. Janique Polius from the St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School. I'd like to invite to the podium from the St. Mary's College Secondary School, Mr. Aidan Barrett.
I've received mystery question number 2. St. Lucia, simply beautiful, the Helen of the West, 238 square miles of pure beauty. When I think about St. Lucia, I think simply beautiful. A country that doesn't just offer sun, sea, and sand, but beauty all over. An experience that I would highlight to a young traveler is visiting a mud bath in Soufrière, as well as visiting the Petors and going to view the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. I myself have gone to this very festival and had the time of my life. St. Lucia epitomizes what it means to be truly Caribbean, and for visitors to come, I would tell them to continue to let her inspire you and come to St. Lucia and experience our wonderful island. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aidan Barrett, coming from the St. Mary's College Secondary School. And we only have 2 more to go in round 2. Miss Lerally Baptist from the Beanfield Comprehensive Secondary School.
I got mystery question number 2.
Mystery question number 2.
St. Lucia, the Helen of the West, a small, beautiful country full of great experiences and full of life. I personally, if I were to highlight an experience, I would recommend the Sulphur Springs, the only drive-in volcano located in Soufrière, with warm mineral baths and a mineral mud that's like a natural spa. So how about you book a ticket and come to St. Lucia to experience this wonderful experience? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lerally. And to conclude, let's welcome Mr. Caden Polio from the Bocas Secondary School.
Mystery question number 2.
Number 2?
Yep. I would describe St. Lucia as a gem that shines brightly through all the Caribbean nations. I would describe St. Lucia as the only Caribbean nation with a drive-in volcano where you can come in and take a bath, splash with your peers, and enjoy and rejuvenate in the water. Second, I would tell you about Groseley Friday night. And I would tell you about Groseley Friday night, where you can eat fish. And lastly, I would tell you about our calypso music, where you can come learn our traditional music and other stuff, where you can learn to sing a song from our Calypsonian singers like Herb Blacks, No Ferendam, No CCJ, No Ferendam, No. Thank you.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of round 2. Let's give it up for our brave and courageous panelists. Well done, well done. As we conclude, ladies and gentlemen, we can imagine what we've asked the students to do first. It's not an easy task. So before we invite our judges to leave, let's just give them a rousing round of applause. Well done, representing your school and making it as the top 10 finalists as part of this competition. Thank you once again, judges. Moving right along with our program, at this point in time, I would like to invite to the podium Junior Minister for Tourism 2024, Ms. Iyara Ernest.
Good morning. Protocol already been established. My journey to becoming Junior Minister of Tourism started with a leap of faith to submit my entry video on the theme, What Makes Me a True Lucian. That leap of faith earned me a spot as a finalist at the 2024 National Tourism Public Speaking Competition. With an opportunity to deliberate on collaboration across culture, though others may think this option as boring, as a cultural enthusiast that I am, this topic truly stood out to me. Then came my leap to victory, emerging as the official Junior Minister of Tourism. This accomplishment presented the opportunity to represent St. Lucia, my island home, at 2024 Regional Tourism Youth Congress in the Cayman Islands. Although I did not win in the regional round, I am truly honored to have the opportunity to represent my island home, my school, and most importantly, myself. It is not always about winning, but of the true value in the opportunities and lifelong lessons gained from these experiences, which has also graciously contributed to my personal and professional development. During my stint, I delivered a feature address for the commemoration of World Tourism Day, as well as promotional videos for the souvenir design and poetry competition. I also received the honor of attending Julian Alfred's Tourism Ambassador appointment ceremony and celebrating her historic win as a true and proud St. Lucian. In December, the month of giving, the Ministry of Tourism did not disappoint in hosting the FCA Holiday Gift Project in collaboration with Princess Cruises. The smile seen on every child's face after receiving the gifts brought me to the realization of how a little can go a long way. To add the icing on the cake, I received the privilege to attend and present an award at the 2024 National Tourism Awards. However, today is not about me. I would like to congratulate each one of you for reaching this stage of this competition, as well as to acknowledge and give appreciation to your passion, discipline, and hard work. You all have poured into this journey. As you represent your respective schools with pride, grace, and most importantly, purpose, you have already proven to be true youth leaders of St. Lucia. Though only one of you will emerge victorious, you all are already winners. Your voice has power and your ideas matter. Your passion for tourism is the spark that will continue to light up the way for a brighter future for our nation. Now, how could I say all this without being thankful to my tourism family, to my chaperone, Amid Mafre, who served as my tourism mother? Thanks for all that you did and ensuring that my journey was special and a memorable one. To all the tourism staff, thank you for accepting me with open arms. All that you did, I am truly grateful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ernest. And she is a student of the Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, students. We are back and the results are in. Can we give it up for our panelists, please? Our brave, our courageous. And we're coming to the end of this morning's And at this point in time in our program, we want to recognize all our finalists for their hard work and creativity. Deontay Nicholas, Viewfords Comprehensive Secondary School. Kaylee Simmons, Coram Secondary School. Jediah Hippolyte, Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School. Jada Felicier, St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School. Vashan Emmanuel, St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School. Naraj Philip, Leon Hess Comprehensive School. Janique Polios, St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School. Aidan Barrett, St. Mary's College Secondary School. Lyra Lee Baptiste, Beanfield Comprehensive Secondary School. And Mr. Caden Ponio from the Pocage Secondary School. Let's give it up for our competitors once more. And we have some even more interesting prizes for each and every one of you. But at this point in time, I'd like to welcome to the podium our head judge, Miss Maria Fowell, to give the judges' report. Let's welcome her up.
So you gave us a real hard time this morning, real hard time. But I want everybody to give these young persons another round of applause. Excellent work, excellent work. So I recall back in my day, and I'm not going to say how far away, how many years that was, but being in your situation, at the time it wasn't even called public speaking, it was called debate, right? You participated in the national debate. I think I got a pen, you know. I'm just saying, I got a pen back in those days. But what I remember is being so nervous and at the same time, adrenaline pumping at the same time. Is that how you felt today? Yeah? Yeah? But, okay, so on behalf of the judges, I want to just maybe make a few remarks. I'm not going to be the one announcing the winners. I think that everybody is a winner. We wanted to say that the judges, the thing that topped everybody's list was the level of confidence of these young persons. So we want to congratulate everybody on that level of confidence. We had some judges that scored really high and some school teacher judges that scored really hard. But the important thing is that there was consistency across the judging. And so we were not necessarily locked into the room for too long. We thought that all of the presentations were well researched. The topics were very focused. The information in the topics were very focused. We saw that persons were very articulate, very fluent. There was this great connection between the technology and tourism and technology and the community. The judges commented on that. Some of the words to describe what we heard this morning: enthusiastic, clear, thoughtful, engaging, and all of the judges thought that everybody did a wonderful job. And we want to make sure that everybody understands that to get to where you're getting, where you have gotten today, is an achievement within itself. And it's very difficult sometimes to think that you've put in all of this hard work and maybe you haven't been selected, but certainly you are a winner today in our eyes. We're very, very proud of you. And as a person who has worked in the industry for a long time and works regionally, I am absolutely proud of you. And I know any one of you would do us proud at the regional event. And so, you know, we're rooting for you. So thank you to my fellow judges. And thank you to the teachers in particular for coaching. We know that there's a certain level of talent, but we also know that behind this talent is the support given by the teachers and the schools. So we thank the teachers, and we thank the Ministry of Tourism for putting this on. And we know that you will continue to do us proud at the regional level. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Fowell. And at this point in time, we're happy to announce to all of those of you who participate, our competitors, that each and every one of you will be going home with a 2024 IdeaPad 2-in-1 touchscreen Chromebook. So everybody's leaving here with a laptop. Sorry? And Sol gas vouchers, compliments Sol EC Limited. We're really grateful. So at this point in time, we'd like to welcome our Senator, Mr. Gideon Ferdinand, to hand each and every one of you your vouchers and your laptops. Let's welcome him up to the stage. I'm very jealous of that brand new laptop. First up, Mr. Deontay Nicholas, Viewford Comprehensive Secondary School. Kaylee Simmons, Coram Secondary School. Jediah Hippolyte, Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School. Jada Felicia, St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School. Vashan Emmanuel, St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School. Niraj Philip, Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School. Janique Paulius, St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School. Aiden Barrett, St. Mary's College Secondary School. Lyra Lee Baptiste, Beanfield Comprehensive Secondary School. Thank you very much. Ooh, sorry, we have one more, Mr. Caden Polio from the Bocas Secondary School. Thank you very much, Honorable Senator. All right, so we're still giving gifts and prizes to all our competitors. And at this point in time, we'd like to invite General Manager of Sol EC Limited to hand out our gas vouchers to all our participants. Devonte Nicholas, Viewfort Comprehensive Secondary School. Kaylee Simmons, Coram Secondary School. Kaylee Simmons, Coram Secondary School. Jediah Hippolyte, Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School. Jada Felicia, St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School. Jada Felicia, St. Joseph's Convent. Vashani Manuel, St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School. Naraj Philip, Leon Hess Comprehensive Secondary School. Janique Polius, St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School. Aiden Barrett, St. Mary's College Secondary School. Leora Lee Baptiste, Beanfield Comprehensive Secondary School. And Caden Ponio, Bocas Secondary School. The PS said they need gas for the ministry. And now for our top placements and the announcement of our winner. Starting off with third place, and we have a long list of prizes once again. So the third place winner, the school will get a trophy sponsored by St. Lucia Distillers. A cash prize, the student will receive a cash prize of $1,000, sponsored by SLASPA. Or is that presentation off? Okay. And of course, you have your laptop already. Lunch passes for a family of 5 complement Sugar Beach of Viceroy Resort. And of course, our 4 gas vouchers by Sol, provided by Sol EC Limited. In third place, with 421 points, coming from the Viewfort Comprehensive Secondary School, Deontay Nicholas. We have a representative from Sugar Beach to hand over the 5. Any representative? No? Okay. Lunch passes for a family of 5. Compliment Sugar Beach of Viceroy Resort. Let's give it up for our third place winner, Mr. Deontay Nicholas, coming from the Viewfort Comprehensive Secondary School. All right, so moving on. In second place with 436 points, and it says 0.5 here, so 436.5 points. Coming from the St. Mary's College Secondary School, Mr. Aiden Barrett. And of course, the school receives a trophy presented by the St. Lucia Tourism Authority. He'll also be getting a cash prize, $1,500, sponsored by the St. Lucia Hospitality and Tourism Association, SLHTA. Day passes for a family of 5. Bay Gardens Resort, sponsored by Bay Gardens Resorts. A smartphone from Sol. And of course, our gas vouchers from Sol. So we'd like to welcome all our sponsor representatives on stage to assist with the handover. Moving on to the winner. Number 1. And of course, the school will receive a cash prize of $2,500, and that complements the Ministry of Tourism. A full scholarship for the student or associate degree program complements the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. They too, the student will receive $2,500, complements Invest St. Lucia. Of course, a Lenovo IdeaPad 5-inch laptop, sponsored by Capital Invest. Day passes for a family of 5, complements Coco Palm Hotel. A smartphone, once again, from Sol, and 4 gas vouchers from Sol EC Limited. Let's give it up for this beautiful assortment of prizes for the winner. In first place, with 437 points, coming from the St. Joseph's Convent Secondary School, And we have a few on the table. The next junior minister for St. Lucia is Janique Polius. Janique Polius, the junior minister for tourism 2025. And we will start with our trophy presented by PS. Do we have a representative from Mr. Arthur Lewis Community College? A full scholarship. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Your future secured with SALCC, SALCC, South Lewis Community College. Thank you. Our check handover, $2,500 presented by Invest St. Lucia. We have our day passes for a family of 5, compliments Coco Palm Hotel. Thank you, thank you. Let's give it up for our winners. Let's give it up for our winners.
We just wanted to take a moment to thank from the Ministry of Tourism, all those, the panelists here, but more so the teachers as well who are in the background. And to do so, we have envelopes for you with some R&R, you say, rest and relaxation packages. And we'll just like you to come forward to collect. So the three top schools, the corresponding teachers, we thank you for your diligence. So we have St. Joseph's Convent teacher, St. Mary's College, and Viewfort. So if you could please come forward, DPS Lee will hand over the token envelopes to you. Thank you very much for your hard work behind the scenes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished judges, passionate speakers, honored guests and teachers, and enthusiastic supporters. As we draw the curtain on what has been a truly remarkable and inspiring event, I would like to take this moment to reflect on the incredible journey we have shared today. From the very first speech to the final words just spoken, this competition has been more than just a contest. It has been a celebration of culture, imagination, and the boundless spirit of exploration that lies at the heart of our tourism sector. Each speaker brought to the stage a unique voice from different lenses through which we could view our tourism sector. We traveled across the island of St. Lucia, wandered through hidden communities, marveled at the ideas, and glimpsed at treasures of our island without ever leaving our seats. Through powerful words and passionate deliveries, reminded us that tourism is not only about sustaining livelihoods, but also about building bridges between people, preserving heritage, and sharing stories that matter. To you, our participants, you have truly impressed us. You have spoken with courage, confidence, and conviction. You have done more than compete. You have inspired. And whether you walk away today with a trophy or not, know that you have already won something far more lasting. The experience of standing tall and making your voice heard in service of a greater purpose. To our former Junior Minister for Tourism, Ms. Ernest, I want you to know that you have represented Team Tourism remarkably and will always be part of the tourism family. Can we please give her a round of applause? She's not there though. To the winner, our Junior Minister for Tourism, I welcome you to the tourism family and eagerly anticipate the remarkable impact you will make as you represent Brand St. Lucia in your unique but exceptional way. To our judges, thank you for your time, your insight, and your thoughtful consideration. Your role in shaping and encouraging these young minds is invaluable. To our organizing team, led by Ms. Ermid Mafre. Ermid, can you stand up? Let's hear a louder round of applause for her. And we also have Ms. Gadari, the team lead for destination management. Stand deeper. Yeah. She's a newbie at the Ministry of Tourism. Darrell Dubois, our marine officer. Okay. Thank you for your tireless work behind the scenes. Events like this require not just planning, but passion. And your dedication has made this competition not just possible, but memorable. To our sponsors and supporters, thank you for believing in the power of our young people and the impact of the tourism sector on the lives of our people. Your investment in this event is an investment in the future of responsible tourism and future leaders of the sector who are armed with the facts of the sector and not by propaganda. And to our audience, both present and virtual, thank you for lending your energy, your encouragement, and your attention to this vibrant showcase of talent and ideas. Your support helps amplify these voices and make their messages echo far beyond this stage. As we close, I leave you with a challenge. Let this not be the end, but the beginning. Let the ideas we heard today spark conversations, inspire hope, action, invoke change, and influence how we see the tourism sector and its development. Let us promote a tourism sector that respects the environment, honors our indigenous culture, and brings people together in meaningful ways. In conclusion, let me once again express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who made today a success. We look forward to more opportunities where words inspire change and voices lead the way. Thank you all, and do have a wonderful day.
Thank you very much. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, students, we've come to the end of our competition today.